Eloy. Adrian.
There are a lot of people in the Broner camp, including Aaron Pryor from Cincinnati,
Okay,
and now
gentlemen,
the introductions.
You got your instructions. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you.
Eloy Perez believes that Broner has fast hands but bad footwork because of a wide stance. But Roy, a wide stance means what?
Means much more leverage and much more power.
So even if he's right, it may still be a problem.
It could be a big problem.
Perez coming off 2 knockout wins. That's not part of his resume. He's been down twice in his career. Broner's never touched the canvas as we begin round number 1, scheduled for 12. Be interesting to see how Perez deals with the hand speed of Broner early.
Yeah, he's never seen nothing like it before. It's shocking because when you look at it on tape, it looks like one thing, but when you're in front of it, it really turns into something else.
Broner in his last fight used a right uppercut to hurt Martin Rodriguez in that fight, winning in a 3rd round stoppage. Landed 41% of his power shots in that fight, according to CompuBox. He was accurate and sharp.
And Eloy's looking good early. He has nothing to lose. He's fighting like a fighter who has nothing to lose. I mean, he's a guy who comes here, he takes care of a lot of people. He has a lot of people on his back that are depending on him. So he's coming to try to perform for those people, including a little kid that he brings that has cancer. I think this is the first time that I ever almost wanted to cry in the fight of meeting.
Yeah, you saw that young boy in the ring, Cy Sherman, who a year ago was diagnosed with a rare form of liver cancer, and the Perez team befriended him as Perez takes a big shot. He's the official belt carrier.
Took a big left hook by Broner.
Tries to double up the jab, does Perez.
Broner with the tassels on his trunks and some obvious boxing skills is seen by some as a real boxer. But Roy, Ponce de Leon showed some flaws in his boxing game. What he is at this point in his career is a fast fighter and a real puncher.
Yeah, he's a very good puncher, definitely a very good puncher. And, you know, he has good boxing skills. He's kind of like Floyd with that shoulder guard. He has a really good defense with his shoulders, and it's very difficult for fighters to hit him. That's the big thing, and he has quick hands and power to go with it.
Broner reached and then slipped. Perez waited away from any danger.
We've already seen that kind of shocking Broner power with that left hook about 30 seconds ago. You could see that came out of nowhere and it carried real force.
But Perez took it really good. That's what's surprising. Because he's been down twice in his career, but he took a good Broner left hook.
Now Perez puts together a combination and does attack the body of Broner as part of that.
Perez didn't show up to lay down.
No, not at all.
Perez seems very relaxed in there here in round 1.
What you don't like is the taller fighter back and the shorter fighter up.
And there is Cy Sherman, who's age 9. We had a chance to talk with him yesterday at lunch with his dad, Matt. They've really befriended the Perez camp and vice versa.
Stay off to your right. But do me a favor. When he throws that shit jab,
Take it deep
go
first.
right in, right off his jab. Carry that lead punch and step in hard with 2 of your own.
Okay.
If something else is there, take it. If not, reset. You got me?
Got you.
Keep that right side, okay? Be ready to get under that hook. He's trying to load that thing up. That's all he's got.
Right.
All right? How you feel?
Okay.
He's the Adrian Broner lead with a beautiful left hook. He feinted the jab and led with left hook and landed right on the nose. Great punch. And I know his Perez corner said that's all he got, but I hope they don't send him out there thinking that.
He's fighting a defensive fight, okay?
But he took the
All
shot
right, let's
very
go.
good.
Come on.
That was a
I
long
need
left
more
hook. Didn't
offense.
really have a lot of his body behind it even, and landed with some force.
Let's go.
D, grab
Take
this.
it, Joe.
Again, round number 2. Broner landed 10 of his 42 punches in that round. 5 of them were power connects. To 6 of 41 for Perez.
As I was saying at the end of that last round, is I don't like Perez backing up from Broner so much because Broner's the longer fighter. Eventually, if he continues to back up, he's going to run into that Broner right hand, and that might not be a good thing for Perez.
This is going to be the problem that a lot of junior lightweights run into with Broner. He's faster than they are. He hits harder than they are. As you mentioned, he has some real boxing skills. He's younger than most of them. He's taller than most of them. He's a problem, as his nickname points out.
Broner steps in with some of his power. Perez says it doesn't hurt, but it scored. Good stiff jab from Broner.
He's using that jab very good with Broner. Good hook by Perez, though.
Perez fights out of the corner. Gets away from some danger, trying to lob that right over the top and shake free of the clinching for Broner.
Broner keeps that right hand right back home for defense after he throws it. The elbow tucked in.
And he's very calm and relaxed right here. This is where you see a little bit of the experience factor. When a guy has been in this situation, he's always relaxed, even though it's not in his control completely right now. I mean, he's winning, but he's not totally controlled yet because he hasn't broken Eloy's will yet.
Well, is Perez kind of standing too much in front of Broner, where Broner's able to get that jab and get the range going?
Yes, he is. Like I said, a short guy should never be backing up from a taller fighter. This allows the taller fighter to use jab, and that's exactly what Broner is doing.
Use that elbow. Let's go. Let's go. Back.
And he's keeping the pressure on him by constantly stalking him. So it puts Eloy in a defensive position at all times, mentally and physically. So as you see, Eloy starting to breathe hard because he's not used to being in this situation. But he's a good game fighter, and he came here to give it all he has. He'll take a lot away from this fight either way it comes out. And I'm sure he'll be back.
Talk about the learning curve in terms of Broner's boxing skills.
Well, they trade big shots. Broner's had a better effect. Perez hurt on a right to the ear. Trying to fight his way out at the end of round 2.
Perez is a clever little boxer, and Broner's outboxed him thoroughly so far.
Hey, I don't want no talking. No talking. No talking. Listen up. What we do when he come in, you understand? Uppercut, turn it on and stay on him, and don't rush the shots. Okay, you had him out right there, but you rushing. Okay, pick the shots he want to quit. Okay, you hear me? What we do underneath. He's not going up top. He's too little. Let me talk. Okay? That's
Body. He's too high for the right hook upstairs.
Okay.
You got me? So throw the right down low.
okay.
And come back with the left hook.
Okay.
And get out in more feints and more jabs and you're out at long range. He's just trying to walk you down, okay?
You just walking it down. All right? Underneath. Okay? Let's go. Let's go.
Here you see Broner on the attack. He lands a right hand to the high on the cheekbone, followed by another right hand over the top of the head. This kid Perez is showing good defense. He landed that right hand on top of the head, but none of those shots really touched Perez's chin.
And Broner landed 15 of 31 power shots in that round, 48%, as he was accurate and he hurt Perez as we begin round 3.
Gotta love the effort by Perez. He also landed a big left hook late in that round.
Boy, I like the way Michael Stafford in the corner of Broner took over at the end of that round. He told everybody else, I don't want to hear any talk.
Shut up. Let me talk to the man. I'm the trainer. I'm the head trainer. Let me talk to my fighter. You love that. You gotta love that.
Especially after his fighter just had such a big round, yet because he was critical of the end of that round because he felt Broner was rushing things.
That's right. And if everybody else is excited, it could also excite the fighter.
Well, one thing we're seeing here is, you know, Perez talked about he was better with his feet. He's not really using his feet right now.
Not at all, because they found out that, like I was saying earlier, Broner is not as bad with his feet as they think he is.
He's wide with it, but he can move them.
That's exactly right. That hurt.
Left hand hurt. Perez pointing to the back of his head, but I think it hit him pretty flush. Right hand from Broner.
Broner also plays defense, Roy, as you pointed out, with his upper body a lot, not needing to always use his legs to move out of range.
That's exactly right. He uses his shoulders and his upper body for defense more so than anything else. And I tell you right now, that pressure is starting to wear on Eloy a little bit because he's not used to being put under this kind of pressure. This is the difference when you step up to an elite class fighter. You're used to being the top dog, as they call it. But when you get in with an elite fighter, you're no longer the top dog. It takes part of your confidence.
As Broner pointed out heading into the fight, look, this is a junior lightweight who punches like a featherweight, and I'm a junior lightweight who punches like a middleweight.
Well, Eloy can punch, and he has the heart of a heavyweight. Trust me. But his record doesn't indicate that he's much of a
Right, in
puncher.
recent fights, he's brought the power.
Right.
Double left hand from Broner, and Perez dipped right into the second one.
Good shot.
Well, the other problem is that Perez is just wide enough with his punches that it'll allow Broner straighter punches to get in there.
Yeah, well, he's allowing Broner to stay in punching range because he's stopping right in Broner's punching range. By allowing Broner to come forward all the time like that, Broner stays in punching range. So he should be closing the gap and being closer to Broner, but he's not. As a shorter fighter, you have to try to get closer to the taller fighter.
Doesn't he need to double his jab and work his
Double
way
and
in?
triple. Double and triple.
And as his corner found out, he can't punch Broner in the face. I mean, the only target for him right now is Broner's body, and Broner covers up his body pretty well.
Yes, he does. And he camouflages very well, just like he did that right hand just now. But see that pressure he got on him right now? The pressure being right there in his face and you can't hit him, that's a bad feeling for a young fighter never been in this class before.
Good right hand by Broner. Perez tries to respond at the end of round 3. Eloy Perez, someone who takes family very seriously. There's his father, Eloy Sr., who moved from Mexico, gave up a good job to give his family a better life, something that Eloy has never forgotten.
Hey, Eloy, nice to meet you.
What's up?
My dad was a teacher. He was, he had a good career in Mexico. But when we moved over here, he left everything for his family, living in the van. We had nothing. But now I was tired of it. And he lives with me, He's happy. He's being a kid.
Use your footwork this
Yeah, at one point, they lived in a trailer with holes in the floor, and he said, I've been able to retire my father and let him be a kid again, and I owe everything to him. And that's the kind of commitment that he has towards his family. As he begins round number 4, we welcome in Harold Letterman, our unofficial ringside scorer.
Okay, Bob, let me ask you a question. Who do you know that beat Adrian Broner standing right in front of him? It's impossible. Eloy Perez is standing right in front of him for 3 rounds. 3-0, 30-27, Adrian Broner. I mean, he's landing the harder shots. He's the bigger puncher. He's walking the guy down. He's got a beautiful move where he throws a hard hook and he steps to the side so that when Perez fires back, Broner's not there. Watch that. That's absolutely fantastic, the way Broner does it. I love that step to the side because the guy's just not there. Roy used to do that. And as far as Max's tassels go, wait till round 11 when those tassels are heavy as heck with sweat, blood, and DNA. He's going to wish he didn't have them. 3-0, Broner.
Makes you think we'll be here in round 11 the way this fight is going.
All right.
And you saw the showmanship of Broner, too, as he got into that clinch with Perez. And
You know, Bob, it's not just showmanship. For, Perez's whole strategy is to step around Broner and use what he thinks is his superior footwork. And what Broner just demonstrated to him is doesn't matter how wide his stance is, he is much more easily able to step around Perez.
And like I said, the biggest thing for Broner is he's keeping his pressure on Perez. He's not giving him space or room to breathe, and Perez is not used to that. He's never fought a fighter to keep this kind of pressure on him, I guarantee you.
But hasn't Perez, Roy, in a couple ways complied by just staying right there and not doing something different?
Yes, he has, by staying right there in the pocket, right in front of a big puncher. You don't do that either. But like I told you, this is why I say he'll take some great experience away from this fight.
Broner's been coming to St. Louis since he was the age of 8. When he walked to the ring, Kevin Cunningham, who's the lead trainer for Devin Alexander, walked with him. He said, I got to walk with my nephew when he's in town. He's like a nephew to me. He's known him since he's a little kid. He's developing a fan base not only in Cincinnati, but here in St. Louis. Good straight right hand, and down goes Perez. 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's not going to make it.
That's a spectacular performance.
Yes, it was.
I know Perez doesn't have a lot of knockouts on his record. I know he's a smaller guy, but he's a skillful, world-class fighter. Broner just did whatever he wanted and knocked him out in spectacular fashion.
Third time in Perez's career he's been knocked down. First time he's been stopped. Round number 4 for Adrian Broner. Roy, pretty impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. Great right hand. You saw him setting the right hand up with the down feints early. And he finally caught him. I thought he was going to throw a jab down low and catch him with the right over top, but he just gave him a feint down low and came with a straight right over top, and it kind of ended matters. But take nothing from Perez. Eloy Perez will be back.
Roy, let's take a look at the right hand that hurt Perez.
You see the right hand coming straight. He finally got close enough to him and hit him right down the middle with the right hand. You couldn't ask for a cleaner right hand. He had just feinted him and got that close with it right before that, and that's when I saw it coming. And there again, he saw a second one behind, almost like in the neck ear area, and that kind of finishes matters. But that first one is what did that right there. That one's what did the damage. Anytime an elite fighter can feint you and get that close to you, and as quick as Adrian Broner's hands are, there's no way you possibly can get out the way of that punch.
And Adrian came in rapping, and he goes out dancing. Official time of the stoppage. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the contest comes to an end at 2 minutes 24 seconds of round number 4. The winner by knockout victory, and still the undefeated WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Adrian "The Problem"